get you some. Oh yeah. Mate, it's lucky she can cook. Wow!
G'day lovelies and welcome back. This week we're going to be testing out the Anko microwave egg cooker. I bought it from Kmart for $5. To my surprise, it came with an extra egg cooker. So to poach 2 eggs, we leave the insert in, and to make an omelette, we take the insert out. Because it makes the round eggs, I thought it'd be really cool to make some homemade sausage and egg McMuffins. So the first thing I've got some Coles English muffins that I'm thawing out. I've got 1 brown onion. We're going to peel it, slice it, and we're going to fry it up really well. So once our onion is cooked, just put it in a bowl and set it aside for a minute. Now onto our sausage patties. So I've got the Coles beef sausages with garlic and herb, and I've got the Coles chicken sausages with sage and thyme. So because it was any 2 for $10, I thought I'll get the beef and the chicken so I can do up 2 of each. So the first thing we want to do is lay some Glad wrap out. Now my egg ring is a really old one, so it's reasonably small. Now it worked out perfect because these sausages are actually a little bit smaller than normal ones. So if you buy normal sausages, you can get a bit bigger ring and it will make them perfectly. When you cook the sausage patties, they do shrink. Now these sausages are completely weird. They do have a skin on them, but it's not like a normal sausage skin. So when I cut it open and then went to peel the skin off, I couldn't peel it off. Now if you're using normal sausages, you'd be able to go down like that and then you'd be able to peel the skin off in one go, and you've just got sausage to cram in there. Then I'm going to cut it in half. Now I'm going to put 1 half in with the skin at the bottom, and the other half in with the skin on the top. And now we're going to flatten it down into a circle. Now we've got our first sausage patty. Now they're all done and ready to go, I'm going to put my frying pan on the sink, and not using any oil because they're oily as anyway. We're going to fry them up just like normal patties. Once our patties are cooked, we want to sit them on some paper towel and set them aside for a minute. Today I'm going to be using the new Coon mozzarella slices. Now 1 slice is too big for a muffin, so we're going to do this little trick where we use 1 slice per muffin, but we've got cheese at the top and bottom. So for 4 muffins, I've got 4 slices. So what we're going to do is cut them across into a triangle. Turn it around and we're going to cut it across again. Okay, so we've got our triangles, and then we peel them. We've got our single triangles, like so. Alright, so now we've got everything to go. Now for the eggs. So I tested this out yesterday, and I thought doing it off camera I could get it exactly how it needs to be to not waste your time. But it was kind of a bugger I wasn't recording it because I did it exactly like the directions said, and it says for 2 eggs to put it in for 2 to 2.5 minutes. So I put the container in the middle of the microwave and I put it on for 2 minutes. At exactly 1 minute 17, the eggs blew up spectacularly. The lid flipped open, 1 egg went one way, the other egg went the other way, 1 egg was overcooked, 1 egg was undercooked, and somehow, even though they were still whole, I had egg everywhere. So I tested it again until I got it right, and this is what I worked out. So to do the muffin eggs, we leave the tray in. So I'm using extra large eggs, but they kind of look medium to me. So we crack 1 in each. Now with a fork we want to stab into the yolk, but what I ended up doing is doing it again in a cross pattern, as in please don't explode on me. Alright, so twice in a cross pattern. Then we need to put half a teaspoon of water in each one. Close it up and carefully take it over to the microwave. So instead of putting it in the middle of the microwave, I now put it this way around the edge and then cook for 1 minute. Once they finish cooking, we have to leave it in the microwave for 30 seconds 30 seconds later, now you can pick it up. The container's not too hot at all. Just be careful when you open it that you don't get steam straight on you. And we have 2 poached eggs. So what I've done is I get a knife and I'll just run it around the outside. So we'll just move that out of the way for a minute. I'll just close that up a bit. And let's make our first muffin. Alright, so we want to cut it through the middle. First thing we do is get 2 bits of the cheese and we put them on and join them like a square. Oh, how cute! Then our beef sausage patty, our beautiful caramelised onion, dead horse of course. Now with a fork, we just lift our egg out and onto the top. Salt and pepper. Now we get 2 more pieces of our cheese and we put them on in a square. Put our lid on. Now we want a piece of baking paper. We want to put our muffin in the middle. Now we gently want to push the egg down to flatten it out, and it will go out and around the sausage. Now we want to wrap it. Like a little present. Push it down, push the ends in and flip it up. Once we've wrapped it, lift it up, turn it over and sit it on a plate like so. Alright, I'm going to make the other 3 up, and there we have it. 4 sausage and egg muffins ready to go. So I tried to put a C on one of them for chicken when I wrapped it up and it didn't work. So for the second one, I wrote the C, turned it over and then wrapped it up. So now I know which one's a beef and which one's a chicken. Now, if you're going to have a night out in the town or people over and you want them for brekkie, you can absolutely make them the day before like now. And now we would stick them in the fridge like that. Tomorrow morning, you would pull one out of the fridge and you'd sit it with the wrapped underneath onto a small plate and you would bang it in the microwave for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Now if you want to make them up and eat them straight away, once you've made them up, you put one on a plate and you bang it in the microwave for 40 seconds because everything is still warm. 40 seconds later and we have got our first sausage and egg muffin. Oh mate. Oh, beautiful and soft, exactly like you get them at the takeaways, only they taste so much better. Now the thing I absolutely loved about that egg cooker is that there was 2 of them. So I could cook up the 4 eggs using both of them separately, and I didn't have to wash one out to do another 2 eggs, so I loved that. What an awesome thing to wake up to in the morning. Pull one out, nuke it, done. Now I do love my omelettes done in the frying pan, especially when you're doing them with bacon and stuff, because the taste of it is just But since we've got this here, we'll test it out for an omelette, and I thought we'll do a ham and cheese one, so there's no cooking of anything. So the first thing we do is take the insert out. So I've got some olive oil spray, so I'm just going to spray the bottom. Alright, into a little bowl, 2 eggs with a dash of milk. Whisk it up with a fork. Alright, pour it in. Now I've got a little bit of sliced ham, so I'll chop it up, sprinkle it over. I've got some tasted shredded cheddar, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that over. And just like that, we are done. Close the lid. Now I'm going to put it in the microwave on the edge, the same as I did for the poached eggs. And I'm going to cook it for 1.5 minutes and then leave it sit in there for half a minute. Alright, that's just started cooking. Put the toast down. 1.5 minutes of cooking. Half a minute, leave it sitting in there. Toast just popped up. Let's open her up. Boom. slide it on there. Cheese, salt and pepper, and just like that, under 3 minutes. So what do I think of the Anko microwave egg cooker? Love the poached eggs when you get the timing right and they don't explode everywhere. Absolutely brilliant for muffins. Love how quick and simple making an omelette is. I mean, you can't beat, bang, there in front of you under 3 minutes, and they are so easy to clean as well. Love the fact that you get 2 of them. Love the fact that it's $5. So yeah, I'm really glad I got them, and I'll definitely be using them again and again. I almost forgot a couple of little drops of Worcestershire sauce. Mate. Aussie as. Thank you all so very much for watching, and have a great week. Toodles.